Hi, good evening. It's Miriam and welcome to Cooking Uncovered. Tonight I'm going to do a video about stock making, and this is chicken stock making because at school my students are going to learn how to make stock in about 3 days once they perfect the dreaded onion. That's what they're doing at school right now, is learning how to chop onions, then celery, then carrots, and leeks and all the essential vegetables. So I'd like to show you how to make a great soup stock. Now this is the soup stock that I made for my wonton soup, and it is absolutely delicious, and there's a little trick and I just want to show it to you. So in a stock pot of your choice, a nice big one, you're going to throw a bunch of great things into the stock pot. You're going to cover it with cold water, essentially. You're going to bring it up to the boil. You may stir it once, and once only, because if you stir it all the time, all the impurities of the stock get mixed into your lovely stock and they don't rise to the top. You want all the impurities to kind of come to the top. And don't cover it, and don't ever bring it to a boil again. So those are the rules, 3 rules. Don't boil, don't cover, and don't stir. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my chicken, and it's just in the fridge right here. Now, my recipe calls for my original recipe calls for 3 chicken legs. Tonight, I actually would like to use the chicken legs to roast, and I'm going to roast the chicken and then debone it for a salad. So actually, I'm going to add some chicken bones that I bought at the store. This is about 3/4 of a kilo of chicken bones. There's tons of chicken meat on these bones. They are so cheap. I think like the whole thing was $3, and it's going to make a great stock. So here's my pot. Chicken bones in. Perfect. Next, you're going to add 2 onions. Now, notice my onions. I've got them huge, and I'm just going to throw them in. My second onion is here. And again, don't worry if there's a bunch of imperfections. Don't worry if there's a bit of skin on, because you are going to strain this stock. So I'm just going to cut this onion in 4 and peel it off. You don't really want the skins in there. Peel that off and peel it off, the skin off, and just throw it into the pot. So anything you have available as far as onions go, it doesn't matter. Even if your onions are ready to throw out, whoops, whoops, wrong pot. Garbage here, stock here. Garbage here, garbage here, stock here. So 2 onions is a really good ratio. And these are actually large, very large onions, but it doesn't matter. Even if you end up with, you know, it's about 3 cups of onions. So in that goes. So just big chunks of onions. Next, you're going to add 3 bay leaves. Now these bay leaves are sadly the last of the bay leaves from my sister's garden in Machosen, where we did the wonton recipe. And Marie Trace has a fabulous garden every summer, and I must, the next time I'm there, I have to get some more bay leaves because these are absolutely delicious. So 3 of these, in they go. Some peppercorns. Now, notice my peppercorns, can you see them there? They are just very, very, very tiny. I've got about 10 here. In they go. Now, next, you want some diced leeks. About, well, you know, 2 cups of diced leeks. Leeks lend an exceptional, flavorful quality to your stock making. Now, I have a leek here, and see this part? So this is your root end down here, and this is kind of your part that you really don't want to put in your salads. So I'm going to actually cut that off. So this I can use for sauteing, I can use this for soup, I can use this for braising, anything. But this part I don't really want to use, so I'm going to add that to my stock. Because even though you don't really want to eat it because it's quite tough, into my stock it goes. So about 1 full leaf it ends up being. I have some celery that is a little bit, you know, I don't really want to add it to my salad tonight, because it's a little bit limp and it's a little bit discolored. I wouldn't want to put it in my chicken salad sandwich. I wouldn't want to put it in the salad, but it's perfect for stock making. Don't throw this stuff away. Keep it in your freezer or your cooler, your fridge, and in it goes in your stock. So celery in. Now notice here, I'm going to put my leeks in now too. Here I have my bag from my fridge. See my good old bag. In that is a little piece of yam that I didn't use. I've got some zucchini here which I could use in my stock, but I'm going to reserve this and use that with my chicken. And I've got some jalapeno, a serrano pepper. If you want a little bit of heat in your stock, put a little serrano pepper in. I warn you about putting red vegetables like beets or yams or sweet potatoes in your stock, because it will, or carrots. It will make your stock sweet and it'll change the whole consistency. So stick with your green vegetables, all right, to make your stock. This is also another, I've got more leeks here. I didn't realize I had these. Look at all these leeks I've got. So these, I will hold these because these are perfectly good, and I'll wait and I'll use them for a stir fry, I'll use them for soup. And that's one of the things that my students are going to be doing later on in the week also, is soup making. So we have chicken, we have onions, we have peppercorns, we have leeks, we have celery. What have I left out? Oh, yes, this is the trick. All right, here's my bunch of my cilantro that I've just bought at the market. Now, the trick here is you tear this off. See the cilantro stems? Put that right in your stock, because you're not going to use those anyway. You would not believe the beautiful flavor this makes the soup stock. And this part, of course, I'm going to save for when I make my soup, when I make my salad, which of course is in another video. So this, we're going to just cover it with cold water. Now this might not be enough cold water, I might have to go to the sink, but what you want is all these ingredients immersed in water. Not overflowing, just immersed. So give me a second, let me go to the sink. Here's my pot ready to go on my stove. So this is what it's looking like. It's all that beautiful, it's got just water just to cover it. The bones are in there. Once I get it on the stove, I'm going to turn it on high. I'm going to bring it to a boil, stir once, and then I'm going to leave it. Once it comes to the boil, so it's rapidly bubbling on top, then I turn it down to a simmer, and I'm going to simmer it for only 1 hour. There's a misconception out there that you have to boil stock for hours and hours to get the best flavor. Actually, that's not so. If I was in a restaurant and I was making 40 or 50 gallons or quarts of soup, of course it takes longer. But at home, honestly, 1 hour, and then your stock is ready to go. So let me put this on the stove. Turn that on. So that's going to take about 20 minutes to come to the boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to simmer. Now, I just want to show you what you end up with. So, after you've done all that, and as I said before at the very beginning, if you want to use the chicken legs are great for chicken stock as well. They do add a little bit more of an essence, of course, because you have more chicken. The problem with using chicken legs, and it makes such delicious chicken stock, is that the chicken, after you boiled it and simmered it for an hour, really the chicken isn't really good to use in anything else, unfortunately. But I really do like to buy the chicken bones at the store and get them at a really good deal. So what I did was yesterday I made chicken stock, and I'm just going to strain my chicken stock. The beauty of this is if you pour it through a sieve, it takes off the fat as well, because the fat has congealed because, of course, it's been in the fridge all night. So I just want to show you this, and isn't that beautiful? All the fat and the gunge are in my sieve. And this is my chicken stock that I am going to use for risotto, soup, sauces, whatever you like, and it's so easy. So thanks for joining me on Cooking Uncovered. Don't forget to go to my website, miriamboris.com. If you have any questions at all, you can always email me at mlboris@telus.net. So thank you for watching for my soup stock, and remember, look for that wonton soup recipe, and this was that luscious chicken stock that I used for that. So thank you for joining me on Cooking Uncovered, and I'll see you later.